In the intricate dance of human relationships, actions often speak louder than words, and nowhere is this truer than in the realm of attraction and connection. While verbal communication has its place, it is the unspoken gestures, habits, and behaviors that frequently carry the most weight, shaping how others perceive and value us on a deeper, subconscious level. This principle forms the foundation of dark Stoic psychology, a unique synthesis of ancient Stoic philosophy and modern psychological insights into influence, self-mastery, and relational dynamics. At its core, this approach emphasizes the profound impact of silent actions, those deliberate, understated behaviors that communicate strength, authenticity, and emotional intelligence without the need for explicit articulation. Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom on virtue, resilience, and control over one's responses, provides a robust framework for understanding how to cultivate qualities that naturally draw admiration and respect. When combined with elements of what is often referred to as dark psychology, a focus on subtle strategies for influencing others' perceptions and emotions, this philosophy takes on a new dimension. It becomes less about manipulation and more about mastering the art of nonverbal influence, where your actions resonate deeply because they align with universal principles of human nature: respect, autonomy, and the desire for meaningful connection. The concept of silent actions is particularly potent in the context of romantic or interpersonal relationships. In a world saturated with noise, constant chatter, social media posturing, and performative displays of affection, quiet, intentional behaviors stand out. These actions bypass the conscious mind and appeal directly to the intuitive senses, creating an aura of intrigue, reliability, and depth. For instance, a man who listens intently without interrupting, maintains steady eye contact, or demonstrates unwavering patience during moments of tension communicates volumes about his character. Such behaviors are not merely passive. They are deliberate expressions of inner virtues like temperance, courage, and justice, which Stoicism champions. Moreover, these silent actions tap into the psychological phenomenon of implicit trust. Humans are wired to evaluate others based on subtle cues, body language, consistency, and emotional regulation that signal safety, competence, and alignment with shared values. By embodying these traits through disciplined, nonverbal conduct, you position yourself as someone worthy of investment, a partner who exudes quiet confidence rather than loud bravado, thoughtful presence rather than superficial charm. This dynamic shift alters how women, and people in general, perceive and value you, transforming fleeting interest into enduring admiration. From a Stoic perspective, mastery of silent actions is also an exercise in self-discipline and personal growth. The Stoics believe that true strength lies not in external validation, but in the cultivation of internal virtues. By focusing on developing qualities such as patience, integrity, and emotional equilibrium, you simultaneously enhance your own character while subtly influencing how others view you. This dual benefit underscores the practicality of integrating Stoic principles into everyday interactions. Each silent action becomes both a reflection of your commitment to living virtuously and a tool for fostering deeper connections. Finally, the term dark Stoic psychology encapsulates the nuanced interplay between light and shadow within human behavior. While traditional Stoicism emphasizes transparency and moral uprightness, the dark aspect acknowledges the complexity of human perception and the strategic use of subtlety. It is not about deception or coercion, but about leveraging the natural tendencies of the human psyche to create authentic, lasting impressions. By mastering silent actions rooted in Stoic virtues, you unlock a powerful means of making others value you, not because of what you say, but because of who you are and how you choose to show up in the world. This approach transcends fleeting trends or superficial tactics, offering a timeless path to genuine influence and respect. The 10 Silent Actions, a blueprint for mastery. To harness the transformative power of dark Stoic psychology, it is essential to delve into the 10 specific silent actions that form the cornerstone of this philosophy. Each of these behaviors is steeped in Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. while also tapping into the psychological underpinnings of human perception and relational dynamics. By cultivating these actions consistently, you not only elevate your own character, but also inspire deep admiration and respect from those around you. Below, we explore each silent action in detail, providing concrete examples of how they manifest in real-world scenarios and the profound impact they have on how others perceive and value you. Unwavering presence, the art of full engagement. One of the most compelling silent actions is the ability to be fully present in any interaction. This involves giving someone your undivided attention, free from distractions or preoccupation with external concerns. From a Stoic perspective, this reflects the virtue of mindfulness, a conscious awareness of the moment and a commitment to engaging authentically. Practically, this means putting away your phone during conversations, maintaining steady eye contact, and actively listening without interrupting. For example, when a woman shares her thoughts or feelings, responding with reflective statements like, "What I hear you saying is," demonstrates that you value her perspective. This level of attentiveness signals emotional intelligence and respect, qualities that naturally foster trust and admiration. Controlled emotions. The power of composure. Emotional regulation is a hallmark of Stoic philosophy and a critical silent action that commands respect. Life is inherently unpredictable, and challenges will inevitably arise in relationships. However, reacting impulsively to stress or conflict undermines your perceived reliability. Instead, practice maintaining composure even in tense situations. For instance, if a disagreement arises, take a measured pause before responding, ensuring your words are guided by reason rather than reactivity. This temperance conveys strength and stability, assuring others that you can be counted on to navigate difficulties with grace. Over time, this consistent emotional control establishes you as a pillar of calm and rationality. Consistent reliability. The foundation of trust. Reliability is a silent yet unmistakable marker of integrity. People value those who follow through on their commitments no matter how small. Whether it's showing up on time, remembering important details, or completing tasks you've promised to handle, consistency reinforces your dependability. A Stoic approach emphasizes the importance of fulfilling your duties with diligence and humility. For example, if you agree to help a friend move, doing so without hesitation or complaint, even if it's inconvenient, demonstrates a quiet dedication to your word. This reliability builds implicit trust, making others feel secure in your presence. 4. Non-verbal confidence. The language of body language. Your body language speaks volumes before you utter a single word. Posture, facial expressions, and gestures all contribute to the impression you project. Stoicism teaches that confidence stems from inner virtue, and this inner assurance naturally translates into outward demeanor. Stand tall, make deliberate movements, and maintain open, inviting gestures. For instance, leaning slightly forward during a conversation signals interest and engagement, while relaxed shoulders convey ease and self-assurance. These nonverbal cues communicate that you are comfortable in your own skin, a trait that draws others toward you. Active patience. The strength in stillness. Patience is often misunderstood as passivity, but in the context of dark Stoic psychology, it represents active endurance and resilience. When faced with delays, misunderstandings, or frustrations, resist the urge to rush or impose solutions prematurely. Instead, allow space for resolution to unfold naturally. For example, if a project at work hits a snag, calmly assess the situation and guide others toward constructive problem-solving without succumbing to panic. This patience reassures others of your ability to remain steadfast in adversity, enhancing your perceived leadership and emotional maturity. Generous listening. Elevating others. Through attention. Listening is perhaps the most underrated yet impactful silent action. True generosity lies not just in offering advice but in creating a safe space for others to express themselves fully. Practice asking open-ended questions and refraining from interjecting with personal anecdotes unless invited. For instance, when a colleague discusses a challenging decision, respond with curiosity. How do you feel about the options available? This empathetic engagement validates their experience and fosters mutual respect. Subtle assertiveness, balancing strength and sensitivity. Assertiveness, when tempered with kindness, is a powerful silent action. It involves advocating for your needs or boundaries without aggression or defensiveness. For example, if someone repeatedly interrupts you during a meeting, gently but firmly state, "I'd appreciate it if I could finish my point." This approach combines courage with justice, ensuring that your voice is heard while maintaining harmony. Such assertiveness earns admiration for its clarity and fairness. Quiet generosity. Acts that speak louder than words. Acts of generosity, performed discreetly and without expectation of recognition, leave a lasting impression. Stoicism encourages altruism as a reflection of interconnectedness, oikeiosis. Simple gestures like holding the door open, offering assistance without being asked, or sharing resources quietly demonstrate thoughtfulness. For instance, bringing coffee for a coworker on a stressful day shows consideration without fanfare, reinforcing your image as someone who genuinely cares. Mindful silence. The weight of what is unsaid. Sometimes silence carries more weight than speech. Knowing when to remain quiet, whether during heated debates or moments of contemplation, exemplifies wisdom and restraint. Stoicism views silence as a tool for reflection and discernment. For example, allowing a partner to vent frustrations without immediately offering solutions gives them space to process their emotions. This mindful silence conveys empathy and understanding, strengthening your bond. Authentic vulnerability, courage and transparency. While Stoicism emphasizes emotional control, it also values authenticity. Sharing vulnerabilities selectively and appropriately demonstrates courage and invites deeper connection. For instance, admitting a mistake or expressing uncertainty about a decision reveals humility and honesty. This vulnerability fosters intimacy and trust, proving that strength lies not in perfection but in embracing imperfection with grace. By integrating these 10 silent actions into your daily life, you create a powerful framework for influencing how others perceive and value you. Each behavior, rooted in Stoic virtues and psychological insight, reinforces your character while subtly enhancing your desirability. These actions transcend mere tactics. They represent a way of being that resonates deeply with those around you, ensuring that your worth is recognized and cherished. The impact of silent actions on perception and valuation. When executed with intentionality and consistency, the 10 silent actions outlined above wield a transformative influence on how women, and indeed all individuals, perceive and value you. These behaviors, though subtle, operate on a profound psychological level, bypassing surface-level judgments and appealing directly to the intuitive mechanisms humans use to evaluate trustworthiness, compatibility, and long-term potential. By embodying these silent actions, you not only shape your external image but also reinforce intrinsic qualities that resonate universally, creating a foundation of admiration and respect that transcends fleeting attraction. At the heart of this transformation lies the principle of implicit trust. Human beings are hardwired to seek safety and security in relationships, and trust serves as the cornerstone of this instinctual drive. The silent actions of unwavering presence, controlled emotions, and consistent reliability send clear, nonverbal signals that you are dependable, a quality that women, in particular, often prioritize when assessing a potential partner. For example, a man who listens attentively without interrupting or remains composed during moments of tension demonstrates emotional regulation and empathy, traits that evoke a sense of safety and predictability. These qualities foster an environment where vulnerability can flourish, paving the way for deeper emotional intimacy and mutual respect. The psychological concept of social proof further amplifies the impact of silent actions. Social proof refers to the tendency of individuals to look to others' behavior as a cue for determining appropriate conduct or desirability. When you consistently exhibit behaviors like generous listening, subtle assertiveness, and quiet generosity, you position yourself as a model of virtuous living. Others, consciously or unconsciously, begin to associate these traits with high value, elevating your status in their eyes. For instance, a man who patiently navigates conflicts with fairness and poise stands out in a world often dominated by reactive, self-centered behavior. His ability to rise above petty disputes or emotional volatility signals maturity and leadership, qualities that naturally command admiration. Another critical factor is the role of nonverbal communication in shaping perception. Research in psychology highlights that a significant portion of human interaction occurs through body language, tone of voice, and other nonverbal cues. Silent actions such as nonverbal confidence, mindful silence, and authentic vulnerability tap into this realm, conveying messages that words alone cannot articulate. For example, maintaining steady eye contact and an open posture during conversations communicates attentiveness and sincerity, while moments of deliberate silence demonstrate thoughtfulness and restraint. These nonverbal signals resonate deeply because they align with universal markers of emotional intelligence and authenticity, qualities that women intuitively seek in partners. Furthermore, the cumulative effect of these silent actions creates a halo effect, where positive perceptions in one area spill over into others. When you consistently display behaviors like active patience, controlled emotions, and consistent reliability, you project an aura of competence and integrity. This halo effect enhances your overall desirability as people begin to attribute additional positive traits to you, such as kindness, intelligence, or ambition, even if these qualities are not explicitly demonstrated. For instance, a man who exhibits unwavering presence and quiet generosity may be perceived as not only attentive, but also confident and secure in himself, further amplifying his attractiveness. The Stoic emphasis on virtue signaling also plays a pivotal role in how silent actions influence valuation. Unlike superficial displays of charm or charisma, which often fade upon closer scrutiny, the virtues embedded in these actions, wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, are timeless and universally respected. When you embody these virtues through deliberate, silent behaviors, you communicate a depth of character that transcends situational appeal. For example, a man who practices subtle assertiveness by setting boundaries with kindness and fairness demonstrates courage and justice, traits that resonate deeply with those who value equity and mutual respect. This alignment with higher principles reinforces your image as someone who lives authentically and purposefully, qualities that inspire admiration and loyalty. Finally, the psychological phenomenon of reciprocity underscores the lasting impact of silent actions. When you consistently engage in behaviors like generous listening or quiet generosity, you create a cycle of positive reinforcement. These actions encourage reciprocal behaviors from others, fostering a dynamic of mutual appreciation and respect. For instance, a woman who feels genuinely heard and valued is more likely to reciprocate with similar attentiveness and care, deepening the connection between you. This reciprocity not only strengthens relational bonds but also solidifies your position as someone who contributes meaningfully to the relationship, ensuring that your value is recognized and cherished over time. In essence, the consistent execution of silent actions rooted in dark Stoic psychology transforms how you are perceived and valued. By appealing to universal principles of trust, authenticity, and emotional intelligence, these behaviors create a foundation of admiration and respect that transcends superficial attraction. They position you as someone who embodies virtue and reliability, qualities that resonate deeply with those seeking meaningful and enduring connections. Practical application: mastering silent actions in everyday life, translating the principles of dark Stoic psychology into actionable steps, requires a deliberate and structured approach. To integrate these 10 silent actions into your daily routine, consider adopting the following strategies designed to reinforce their practice consistently and effectively. Each step is grounded in Stoic philosophy and psychological insights, ensuring that your efforts align with both personal growth and relational success. Morning reflection: Setting intentions for the day. Begin each day with a brief period of mindful reflection, inspired by Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. Dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to journaling about your intentions, focusing on how you aim to embody the 10 silent actions throughout the day. Ask yourself guiding questions. How can I practice unwavering presence in my interactions? Where might I need to exercise controlled emotions or active patience today? This practice primes your mind to approach situations with clarity and purpose, ensuring that your silent actions are deliberate rather than reactive. Over time, morning reflections become a ritual of self-awareness, anchoring your behavior in Stoic virtues and reinforcing your commitment to mastery. Cognitive distancing, regulating emotional responses. The Stoic technique of cognitive distancing is invaluable for maintaining composure during challenging moments. To apply this in real time, develop a habit of pausing before responding to provocations or stressors. For example, if someone expresses frustration or criticism, take a deep breath and mentally observe your initial emotional reaction. Remind yourself, this feeling is temporary, and my response defines me. Visualize the emotion as a wave passing through you, transient and detached from your core being. This mindful separation ensures that you respond with temperance and rationality, embodying the silent action of controlled emotions. Practice this technique daily, especially in low-stakes situations, to build resilience for more significant challenges. Micro-habits of reliability. Small consistencies. Build trust. Consistency is key to mastering the silent action of reliable behavior. Start by identifying small, manageable habits that demonstrate dependability. For example, commit to being punctual for every meeting or appointment, no matter how minor. Use reminders or alarms to ensure you follow through. Additionally, practice remembering and acknowledging important details about others, such as birthdays, preferences, or past conversations. Keep a notebook or digital app to jot down these details for easy reference. Over time, these micro-habits accumulate, reinforcing your image as someone who can be trusted to honor commitments and pay attention to what matters. 4. Body language awareness. Nonverbal confidence in action. To cultivate nonverbal confidence, dedicate time to observing and refining your body language. Stand in front of a mirror and practice maintaining an upright posture, relaxed shoulders, and steady eye contact. During conversations, consciously adopt open gestures such as uncrossed arms and slight forward leans to signal engagement. Record yourself speaking or interacting to identify areas for improvement. Incorporate these adjustments into your daily interactions, treating each encounter as an opportunity to refine your nonverbal communication. Over time, these subtle changes will enhance your ability to project quiet assurance and authenticity. Active listening exercises. Elevating your conversational skills. Generous listening is a skill that requires practice and intentionality. To hone this silent action, engage in active listening exercises during conversations. Focus on paraphrasing what the speaker says to confirm understanding. It sounds like you're saying. Avoid interrupting or steering the conversation toward your own experiences. To deepen this practice, set aside specific times each week to engage in meaningful dialogues with friends, family, or colleagues, prioritizing their perspectives without judgment. Reflect afterward on how well you maintained focus and empathy, noting areas for improvement. This consistent effort will sharpen your ability to connect deeply through attentive silence. Patience training, delaying gratification for greater rewards. Active patience can be cultivated through exercises that challenge your ability to endure discomfort or delay gratification. For example, practice waiting silently during pauses in conversations instead of rushing to fill the void. Similarly, when faced with minor inconveniences, such as slow internet or traffic, resist the urge to react impatiently. Instead, use these moments as opportunities to breathe deeply and center yourself. Gradually increase the difficulty by applying this mindset to larger challenges, such as navigating disagreements or managing complex projects. Over time, this training will strengthen your capacity to remain calm and composed under pressure. Subtle assertiveness. Practicing boundaries. With grace to master subtle assertiveness, Begin by identifying situations where you typically suppress your needs or opinions. Practice articulating your boundaries clearly but kindly in low-stakes scenarios, such as declining an invitation or requesting clarification during discussions. Use phrases like, "I appreciate your input, but I'd prefer to proceed this way," to balance firmness with respect. Gradually expand this practice to more significant contexts, ensuring that your assertiveness remains aligned with justice and fairness. Consistent application will reinforce your ability to advocate for yourself without alienating others. Quiet generosity, small gestures, big impact. Quiet generosity can be integrated into your routine through simple, thoughtful acts. Make it a habit to perform one small act of kindness daily, such as holding the door open, offering a compliment, or assisting someone with a task. Keep these gestures discreet, avoiding any expectation of recognition. Over time, these actions will become second nature, reinforcing your reputation as someone who contributes positively to others' lives without seeking reward. Track your progress in a gratitude journal, reflecting on how these acts enrich both your relationships and your sense of fulfillment. Mindful silence, creating space for reflection. To embrace mindful silence, designate specific moments throughout the day for intentional quiet. For example, spend 5 minutes in silence before starting work, using the time to center yourself and set intentions. During conversations, resist the urge to interject immediately, allowing others to express themselves fully before responding. Practice this discipline in group settings, observing how silence can amplify the impact of your words when used strategically. Over time, this habit will enhance your ability to listen deeply and communicate thoughtfully. 10. Authentic vulnerability, sharing without overexposure. Authentic vulnerability requires striking a delicate balance between openness and discretion. Begin by identifying safe spaces, such as close friendships or intimate relationships, where you feel comfortable sharing personal insights or struggles. Use these moments to reveal aspects of yourself that reflect humility and honesty, such as admitting mistakes or expressing uncertainty. Reflect afterward on how these disclosures were received, adjusting your approach as needed to maintain authenticity without oversharing. Consistent practice will deepen your connections while reinforcing your image as someone who embraces vulnerability with courage. By incorporating these actionable steps into your daily life, you create a structured framework for mastering the 10 silent actions of dark Stoic psychology. Each strategy builds upon the next, ensuring that your efforts are consistent, purposeful, and aligned with Stoic principles. Together, they empower you to navigate relationships with clarity, empathy, and resilience, proving that the art of silent influence is not merely theoretical, but profoundly practical. Anticipating challenges, navigating resistance and missteps. In Silent Mastery, while the 10 silent actions of dark Stoic psychology offer a transformative path to earning admiration and respect, their consistent execution is not without its hurdles. Individuals committed to mastering these behaviors may encounter resistance, both internally and externally, as well as moments of doubt or missteps that test their resolve. Recognizing these potential obstacles and understanding how to address them is crucial for sustaining momentum and ensuring that the principles of Stoicism remain a guiding force in their journey. By anticipating these challenges and adopting Stoic strategies to overcome them, individuals can fortify their commitment to silent mastery and continue progressing toward their goals. One common challenge is the initial discomfort of stepping outside one's comfort zone. Many of the silent actions, such as practicing unwavering presence, controlled emotions, or subtle assertiveness, require individuals to confront fears, express vulnerability, or take decisive actions that feel unfamiliar or intimidating. For instance, maintaining composure during heated discussions or advocating for oneself with quiet confidence may evoke feelings of anxiety or self-doubt. Stoicism addresses this resistance by emphasizing the importance of courage, not as the absence of fear but as the willingness to act despite it. To navigate this discomfort, individuals can employ the Stoic practice of premeditation of adversity, visualizing potential challenges, and rehearsing virtuous responses. By mentally preparing for difficult scenarios, they reduce the emotional weight of uncertainty and build confidence in their ability to handle adversity. Additionally, reminding oneself of the Stoic principle that discomfort is temporary, but growth is enduring can provide motivation to persevere through initial unease. External resistance from others can also pose a significant barrier to silent mastery. When individuals choose to engage in behaviors like unwavering presence, generous listening, or quiet generosity, they may face pushback, skepticism, or outright opposition. For example, a person practicing active patience during a tense negotiation might encounter impatience or frustration from counterparts accustomed to rapid resolutions. In such cases, Stoicism encourages individuals to distinguish between what lies within their control and what does not. While others' reactions are beyond one's influence, the manner in which one communicates and persists remains within their power. Practicing temperance ensures that responses remain respectful and constructive, while wisdom guides individuals to seek common ground and present evidence-based arguments. Furthermore, embracing the Stoic concept of oikiosis, the interconnectedness of humanity, can foster empathy, helping individuals understand the roots of resistance and address concerns with compassion. Another potential pitfall is the risk of over-engagement, where individuals become overly invested in outcomes or overly reliant on external validation. This imbalance can lead to frustration, burnout, or a sense of failure when expectations are not met. Stoicism counters this tendency by reinforcing the dichotomy of control. To prevent over-engagement, individuals should regularly reflect on their motivations and ensure that their actions align with intrinsic values rather than extrinsic rewards. The evening review exercise previously discussed serves as a valuable tool for evaluating whether one's efforts remain grounded in virtue and purpose. Additionally, practicing cognitive distancing helps individuals detach emotionally from outcomes, focusing instead on the integrity of their actions. By maintaining this perspective, they preserve their peace of mind and avoid becoming entangled in uncontrollable variables. Missteps and perceived failures are inevitable components of any growth-oriented endeavor. When individuals falter, such as miscommunicating during a negotiation or making a poor decision, they may experience guilt, shame, or a desire to retreat into silence. Stoicism reframes these moments as opportunities for learning and self-improvement. Epictetus famously advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." To recover from missteps, individuals can apply the Stoic practice of self-forgiveness, acknowledging their humanity and imperfection while committing to corrective action. Reflective journaling can aid in this process by providing a space to analyze errors, extract lessons, and plan future improvements. By viewing mistakes as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks, individuals sustain their commitment to silent mastery and continue refining their approach. Finally, the challenge of maintaining consistency in silent mastery cannot be overlooked. Like any new habit, integrating these silent actions into daily life requires sustained effort and discipline. External distractions, competing priorities, and fluctuating motivation can all disrupt progress. To address this, individuals should establish clear, achievable goals and break them into manageable steps. Incorporating Stoic exercises, such as morning reflections and temperance practices, into a structured routine creates a rhythm that supports consistency. Additionally, surrounding oneself with a supportive community or accountability partner can reinforce commitment and provide encouragement during moments of doubt. By treating silent mastery as a lifelong practice rather than a fleeting endeavor, individuals embed its principles deeply into their lives, ensuring lasting transformation. In summary, while the path of silent mastery is fraught with challenges, Stoicism provides a comprehensive toolkit for navigating resistance, missteps, and setbacks. By cultivating courage, temperance, wisdom, and self-awareness, individuals can overcome obstacles and remain steadfast in their pursuit of personal growth. These strategies not only strengthen their resilience but also reaffirm the timeless relevance of Stoic philosophy in achieving meaningful progress and fulfillment. Rising above the noise, the transformative power of silent actions. When individuals commit to mastering the 10 silent actions rooted in dark Stoic psychology, they embark on a transformative journey that reshapes their identity, relationships, and overall trajectory in profound ways. This shift, deeply rooted in Stoic principles, goes beyond mere behavioral change. It represents a fundamental recalibration of how one perceives and interacts with the world. By choosing to embody virtues such as unwavering presence, controlled emotions, and quiet generosity, individuals unlock new dimensions of personal growth, resilience, and purpose, ultimately emerging stronger, wiser, and more self-assured. This evolution not only enhances their ability to navigate life's complexities, but also positions them as agents of positive influence within their communities. One of the most significant transformations occurs in the realm of self-perception. The consistent practice of silent actions fosters a heightened sense of self-awareness and authenticity. As individuals cultivate habits like mindful silence, active patience, and subtle assertiveness, they begin to recognize their capacity for emotional regulation and thoughtful engagement. These behaviors, though initially challenging, gradually become second nature, reinforcing a sense of mastery over one's thoughts, emotions, and actions. This newfound self-efficacy fosters confidence and resilience, enabling individuals to face adversity with equanimity and purpose. Over time, the repeated practice of silent mastery solidifies their identity as someone who thrives amidst uncertainty, transforming setbacks into stepping stones and obstacles into opportunities for growth. Relationships also undergo a profound metamorphosis as individuals embrace silent actions. Traits like unwavering presence, generous listening, and consistent reliability create conditions for deeper, more meaningful connections. By prioritizing fairness, empathy, and respect in their interactions, individuals strengthen relational bonds and foster environments of trust and mutual understanding. For example, a leader who practices active patience and quiet generosity inspires loyalty and commitment, elevating group dynamics to new heights. Similarly, in personal relationships, silent actions nurture intimacy, as loved ones feel heard, supported, and valued. This relational transformation not only enriches one's social sphere, but also reinforces their role as a contributor to collective well-being, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. On a broader scale, the shift towards silent mastery redefines one's impact on the world. Stoicism teaches that living virtuously extends beyond personal fulfillment. It encompasses a responsibility to contribute positively to society. By embodying silent actions, individuals step into this role with intentionality, leveraging their skills, insights, and resources to effect meaningful change. Whether through acts of kindness, mentorship, advocacy, or innovation, they amplify their influence, creating ripples of positivity that resonate far beyond their immediate circle. This outward focus not only aligns with the Stoic principle of haikiosis, the interconnectedness of humanity, but also fulfills the higher purpose of contributing to the greater good. As individuals witness the tangible results of their efforts, they derive a profound sense of fulfillment and purpose, reinforcing their commitment to silent mastery as a lifelong practice. Moreover, the journey of silent mastery is inherently iterative, marked by continuous learning and refinement. Each challenge navigated, each relationship strengthened, and each contribution made adds layers of depth to one's character and capabilities. This ongoing process of self-discovery and growth ensures that individuals remain adaptable and resilient, capable of thriving amidst life's ever-changing demands. By embracing silent actions, they not only rise above the limitations of superficial tactics but also embody the Stoic ideal of living authentically, virtuously, and purposefully. In doing so, they transform not only their own lives but also the lives of those around them, leaving a legacy of strength, wisdom, and compassion. In essence, the transition from reactive behavior to silent mastery represents a paradigm shift, one that transcends the confines of passive observation and embraces the dynamic interplay of thought and action. Grounded in Stoic philosophy, this approach empowers individuals to navigate life's complexities with clarity and purpose, emerging stronger, wiser, and more self-assured. Through silent mastery, they redefine their identity, strengthen their relationships, and amplify their impact, proving that true mastery lies not in avoiding challenges, but in rising above them with grace, courage, and resilience. Living stoically. Integrating silent actions into everyday life. The philosophy of Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom and practical applicability, offers a blueprint for navigating life's complexities with clarity, resilience, and purpose. Central to this philosophy is the principle of silent mastery, a dynamic approach that transcends the limitations of superficial tactics by combining thoughtful reflection with decisive action. By integrating Stoic teachings into daily life, individuals can cultivate the virtues of unwavering presence, controlled emotions, and quiet generosity, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and forging a path toward meaningful fulfillment. The stories and insights shared throughout this exploration underscore the transformative power of silent actions, demonstrating how they not only address immediate obstacles, but also foster lasting personal and relational transformation. To begin, embedding Stoic principles into your routine, start with small intentional practices that align with the core tenets of silent mastery. Begin each day with a moment of mindful reflection, setting intentions that guide your actions and decisions. Use cognitive reframing to challenge distorted thoughts and reframe setbacks as opportunities for learning. Strengthen your communication skills through generous listening, ensuring that your interactions are grounded in empathy and fairness. Practice temperance by exercising moderation in your habits and responses, and conclude each day with an evening review to evaluate your progress and identify areas for improvement. These exercises, though simple, create a structured framework for living virtuously and purposefully, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with Stoic resilience. As you embrace silent mastery, remember that the journey is iterative and deeply personal. Each step forward, whether confronting a fear, resolving a conflict, or contributing to the well-being of others, adds layers of strength and wisdom to your character. Draw inspiration from the countless individuals who have walked this path before you, using their stories as reminders of the universal nature of struggle and the boundless potential for growth. By committing to this practice, you not only honor the Stoic ideals of self-mastery and virtue, but also position yourself as a beacon of positivity and influence within your community. Now is the moment to take action. Reflect on one area of your life where silent mastery can make a difference, whether in your relationships, career, or personal development, and commit to applying Stoic principles in that context. Let the wisdom of the ancients guide your steps and trust in your ability to rise above adversity with courage and grace. In doing so, you will not only transform your own life, but also inspire others to embark on their own journeys of growth and self-discovery.